Hello, 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 and welcome to the Downsized. My name is Christopher Durham.
Hello, I'm Lorraine Durham.
And
Durham.
Tell them all about us. Let me adjust
Durham,
this light.
like the city in North Carolina. However, we are in North Carolina, but not in Durham, North Carolina. But our last name is Durham. Does that make sense? Okay. Then why can't people spell our last name?
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
What do we do here, darling?
Well, I think what we're going to be doing today is talking about a little something called the Bridge Program.
Why don't you fly a little higher than that
or
first?
Something I like to call Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Why don't you fly a little higher than that? Tell them about us. If they've never been here, who are we?
Who are we? Who are you? Who am I? Who is we? We are the Downsized. My name is Lorraine Durham. I've lost over 50 pounds on a GLP-1 medication, specifically compounded tirzepatide from Mochi Health. Shout out to Mochi Health. My code and link are in the bio if you're interested in that. If you're not 65 and not on Medicare and unable to get on the Bridge Program, we still can point you in the right direction.
Okay, focus. Tell them about us.
I just did. You tell them about you.
I'm not sure what you were talking about. My name is Christopher Durham. This is my lovely wife, Lorraine. Between the two of us, we've lost 150 pounds using GLP-1s, tirzepatide, otherwise known as Zepbound Monjaro. I've taken all three. They've all worked the same. For me, don't tell the Eli Lilly lawyers.
I've only taken compounded tirzepatide.
Oh, you've taken two Zepbound shots.
Actually, 2 out of 145 shots were not were this.
So this is our weekly opportunity to invite you on into the Downsized, to answer questions, to celebrate wins, to see what's going on in the community, to have conversations about the news. As Lorraine said, probably today we're going to talk about Bridge a good bit, but we're happy to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about, GLP-1 related or otherwise. I'm 57 years old. I started at 286.4 pounds. As of today, I was 187.2 pounds.
I wasn't going to tell everybody my weight.
Well, who knows? There's almost 200 people out there, so I would assume they don't know all these things. And it took me about a year to get 100 pounds, or actually more than that, about 15 months to get 100 pounds down. And I've been on maintenance at the highest, or at 15 milligrams, really the last couple of weeks, 16.6 milligrams of tirzepatide for more than a year now.
That was a lot of information. I mean, yeah, we started on September 29th of 2023. We started on the same day on ye old compounded tirzepatide. And in about 6 months, I lost about 50 pounds. I started at 193 pounds. I got as low as 138 pounds. And today I go 145, 146. I was 146 today. So that's kind of how we roll. I'm still taking a weekly shot of, it's 10 point something because it's a compounded dose, anyway, around 10 milligrams of compounded tirzepatide. I'm currently compounding with L-carnitine, FYI. That's something that, that's just how it works. I was going to say something else. We take a once weekly shot. I'm in maintenance. I've been in maintenance now for about 2 years. So this has now become part of our life, right? And we've been doing this YouTube channel since March of 2024. We make videos every single day. My husband, Mr. Durham, has made now six videos on the Bridge Program. So the latest one will most definitely answer all of your questions about the Bridge Program. I know probably many of you out there.
The latest one is like a quick start, but the one right before that actually answers all of them.
I know a lot of you out there probably haven't watched them. So, when you have a moment, if you're on Medicare and you want to know, all the details about the Bridge Program, you can go there and watch. Now, today's July 1st, 2026. So today is day one of the Bridge Program. So we've heard some tales through the interwebs of people already receiving
our very first commenter.
Texas Linda Lou. Well, my Bridge prescription was approved, and I will be picking up Zepbound KwikPen tomorrow afternoon. We have heard tales of people getting it today, which, that sounds crazy. But it'll probably take, expect it to take
a few days.
A few days, maybe a week. Like, don't think you're going to automatically get these $50 GLP-1s like boom on July 1st or 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 5th. Like,
what we don't know is how automated this process is. I suspect it, given some of the feedback already, that it may be pretty automated, and with hundreds of thousands of things coming in, assuming the right spots were filled out on the form, they might have just said, "You're eligible," and
tell them what they want,
and the
Jim.
computer pushed it through.
Yeah.
I think the challenge is going to be where there are exceptions and things have to be reviewed by real human beings. That may be what really drags it out.
Humans slowing the process down. So, but if you've started your bridge process, that's great. Be patient with your doctors. Now, we do know that Walgreens and CVS and Walmart have put some programs in place to kind of tell their pharmacists what's coming and to encourage other people to use their pharmacies for this program. So we always like to see
We've
more
seen marketing
education.
emails that said, "Hey, come get your $50 GLP-1s."
Yes, someone we know. They didn't send me one, Walgreens, but someone in our household.
You'd be angry if they had, because you're not 65.
Well, someone in our household that is 20 received an email from Walgreens saying you might be eligible for $50 GLP-1s through the Bridge Program.
It just means their targeting is not very precise.
I had prescriptions at Walgreens. They're not sending me.
Say hello to Just Sherio.
Hey, Just Sherio. Happy Bridge Plan Day. My doctor sent in my Zepbound script and got the prior authorization early this morning. Now I'm anxiously awaiting for its approval.
Okay.
Sounds like things are moving along.
That's good.
Kathy MM. I picked up my $50 GLP-1 at noon today. Noon! Thank you for all the info on the Bridge Program. Shared it along the way with my PCP since March, and the pharmacy was on top of it too. What was it they used to say on the A-Team? I love it when a plan comes together. That's awesome. That's awesome. That might be, somebody got it this morning. I think they were talking about, I saw somebody, if that's you, like, put it in the chat. Tell us the time you picked yours up. But so far, Kathy MM is currently winning with noon today. But that's great. I love it that it's working. I love it that it's working the way it should. But Kathy did some pre-work today, March, since March. And I think that definitely made a difference.
Jody Bergen 81855 says, any insight on this? My medical chart shows I sought prior authorization for weight management in 2025, specifically for obesity before I was diagnosed with OSA. Will that history matter in seeking PA? Well, what will matter is how your doctor fills out the form. So your doctor is required to fill out a form, and one of the questions on the form is obstructive sleep apnea. Now,
do you have it? Have you been diagnosed with it? What's the question?
The challenge of it is, obstructive sleep apnea does not automatically preclude you from using Bridge. However, if you are eligible to receive Medicare Part D payments for obstructive sleep apnea, which is traditionally
payments,
drugs, call it what you will, which is traditionally moderate to severe sleep apnea, then you would have to use that, and you would not be eligible for Bridge. So it's going to depend on what level of sleep apnea you have and how your doctor fills out that form.
So I've talked to your doctor about it, and because I think a lot of people are paying a higher price for GLP-1s through the Medicare Part D program with sleep apnea.
And the challenge of the Part D programs is there's a lot of them. So although there is an out-of-pocket cost that you have to meet at $2,100 for the year, there are some people that are paying almost nothing based on their plan, and some people paying a whole lot. So
insurance is still confusing. Holly A. Hill, I was approved today for the Bridge Program. I'm in Florida, and I use Walgreens, and I was the first one at my Walgreens and the first one at my physician's office. I'm finally number one at something. Yay, Holly A. Hill. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love to see it. Love to see it. It's Anna Hoover. Good evening, Christopher and Lorraine. Good evening, Anna Hoover. How are you doing today? Anna Hoover comments on every single Downsized video. Be like Anna Hoover. Deborah Kendrick said, had my doctor's appointment and they sent the prescription. It was denied as expected. I'm waiting to see what happens now.
Yep. So that's exactly what's supposed to happen. Your doctor should then almost immediately, it sounds like, get a computer version of the pre-authorization form they have to fill out and send back. And I guess depending on how quickly that's done and what your circumstances are, these may be moving pretty quickly. So, but encourage your doctor to make sure they do it, because that'll.
Yeah, I'd give them 24 hours at least. Gwen says the girls who answered the phone and supposedly do the prior authorizations didn't even know what the program was. Is this at the doctor's office, Gwen? It's why you got to, your mileage may vary and you got to pack your patients, right? Yeah. So, do you explain it to the people at the doctor's office?
Most people have just been sending them my video, which I'm so annoying.
Christopher's bridge video. How are doctors supposed to know? Like, did a memo go out?
There's a lot of.
How are doctors informed?
I think CMS did send stuff out. Now, if it got down to the person running the telephone, who knows?
Right.
And I know some of the bigger health systems and clinics and things did training on it because we've heard that. But again,
our doctor at the local.
I think the challenge is there's just a lot out there. So there will, in all likelihood, be all levels.
Yeah. And happy belated birthday to Sarah Durham. Thank you, Glenn.
That's our child. She was 20 yesterday. So.
Texas Linda Lou, pharmacy wanted my doctor to contact CMS. CMS told my doctor that the pharmacy should have called, but they were helpful and told her to submit the PA to cover my meds. They did, and I was approved.
Yeah, she was the very first one, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Vet.
Christopher, your commitment and dedication to assuring that this community knows the correct process for the Bridge program is so admirable. You and Lorraine are so appreciated. Lily owes you a bonus.
Well, Lily doesn't pay us anything at all.
Lily doesn't pay us anything.
No.
No, they don't.
But I'm sure this is good for their stock.
It's really good because I looked yesterday. I haven't looked at it today, but it's about $1,100 a share right now. So if you were lucky enough to get on that when it was about half that not too long ago. I mean, this stock, it's how many people are eligible? Do we think millions, right? Millions possibly could get GLP-1s for $50 on this Medicare Bridge program. So they're invested in it. Big Dave, never fear. Big Dave is here. Hello, Downsizers.
How you doing, Big Dave? Thanks for being a member. We appreciate it. There's currently 292 people out there. So leave a question. If you're doing questions, make sure you put a QQQ at the beginning so that I can see them. If you're leaving a question, make sure you hit the like button because only 87 of you have hit like out there. And if you haven't already subscribed, of course, you should be subscribed.
If you're on the Medicare Bridge program, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're trying to get on the Bridge program, hit that like button. If you're like, but what about me? I'm not 65. Well, we're 57. So we're not on the Bridge program either. Go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe, because what's going to happen in Lorraine's crystal ball world is that these GLP-1s will be covered by Medicare, and this Bridge program goes to December of 2027. Correct. And when that ends, they will then, they'll be reevaluating, do we think Medicare should cover obesity medications, or do we think that, we shouldn't do it? Hopefully they will continue to cover them, and then that effect will roll down to other private insurance places that might start wanting to cover them.
The more immediate impact is the fact that Bridge has set the standard that coverage is set by your starting BMI.
That's
Starting
important.
BMI. So if you started at 35, at 40,
What's my
at whatever,
starting BMI?
it's set by your starting BMI, not your current BMI, which a lot of people were afraid of. So if commercial insurance follows that, then that will leave it open for maintenance as well.
My starting BMI back in the olden times was 32. My starting BMI was 32, and that was actually in 2021 was 32. And my BMI today is survey says 24.5. So
you would not have been eligible.
My starting wasn't high enough?
No, because you don't have any comorbidities.
Oh.
You'd have to have a 35 or higher by itself.
I'm too healthy.
Less than 35, you'd have to have comorbidities.
Less than
I had
35.
a 40, so I would be.
And you had
and I had comorbidities. I would be in if I were not 57 years old.
So when we turn 65, well, there'll probably be a different program 7 years from now.
Who knows what it looks like then?
That's more than, what's 65
That's
minus
multiple elections. That's
57. Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time from now.
Jazzy says, good to hear some of you are getting through with the bridge program. That's awesome.
Jude says, I'm grateful for Christopher's help with this bridge program. Hopefully my husband and I will get good news soon. This has sure been a safe space to ask questions. Well, thank you. We're glad you're here. Thanks for being a member, Jude. You see that little logo next to Jude's name? That means she's a member of Club Downsized. If you'd like to be a member of our special club, you can click the join button below and find out more about that. We have a members only live. Usually it's on Tuesdays, but this week it's actually tomorrow on Thursday. So if you'd like to go ahead and join, you can join us tomorrow for our members live. Usually it's a much smaller group because you have to be a member to enter, and it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern.
It does
tomorrow. So thanks for being a member, Jude.
Grammy's Protein Kitchen says hello.
Hello, Grammy.
Anthony says hello.
Anthony's here. That picture makes me laugh.
Kurt says hello.
Kurt, hello. Now I took JoJo to the vet this morning. She was not too happy about that. She's
actually
and the vet has diagnosed her with separation anxiety. And the vet wanted to know if I wanted to put JoJo on kitty Prozac, to which I said, I don't think she needs that. Let's get JoJo. JoJo,
she's
do you
asleep.
Want to see the people? You want to see the people?
Oh.
JoJo says, well, the people demand to see me. I told the vet tech, I said, my husband and I run a YouTube channel, and our cat, JoJo, likes to be on the camera. She goes, oh, I love it when I see animals on people's YouTube channels. Didn't ask me what the YouTube videos were about. It's like, all right. But she was a vet, so, that kind of made sense. We gave her some, flea and tick stuff that's, matted in her hair. She got some shots. JoJo got shots. Yeah. But anyway, so JoJo's here for anyone who was wondering.
Mindy says happy Bridge Day.
Hey, Mindy. Mayor Mindy's here. Sabrina Marie Sayer. I hope and pray I hear from my doctor soon. I'm glad people are already getting approved. Makes me hopeful that it's going smoother than I thought it would. Well, these first people getting approved sound like it's going.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's automated. But again, I'm gonna not get too excited on day one. Let's do a recap same time next week. How about that? We'll see how what everybody says.
We'll be here reporting on it. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about today is not bridge program related. It is hot. It is hot in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is 97 degrees. Current temperature at 7:20, 94 degrees. It is hot out there.
SOC 4408.
If you don't already have your water while you're watching this, please go get some water right now. We'll wait for you. Just kidding. We won't wait for you. But if you have some water right now, drink some water. How much water are you drinking? Because did you know when you're on a GLP-1, it lowers your appetite. It also lowers your thirst. And when it's hot outside, you need to be drinking water a lot more, especially if you're outside. If you're going to be outside for the 4th of July doing stuff. Look at JoJo. She's just kind of wiped out from today.
She's laying her head on the keyboard. If we go down, she had a key.
Mm-hmm. And how much water are you supposed to drink? Well, let me tell you, I have not drank that much water today. So this holds 40 ounces. You know, I like my big 40-ounce cups. I have many of these, several with Hello Kitty, several with other with other graphics. I like them. They're fun, and it encourages me to drink water. So I try to drink at least 2 of these big cups a day. And then I also drink water at dinner time. I drink water when I take my vitamins. I'm taking another supplement that I mix with water. I drink water. I drink a Diet Coke at lunch. Does that count as water? You could count it if you want. At Weight Watchers, they always said half your fluids should be water and half could be
This is where we say we are not
beverages.
Doctors.
We're not.
We're just a husband and wife couple. We're not doctors.
We haven't said that.
Lorraine is not a dietitian.
No.
If you have specific needs for your water needs, if you have kidney issues, or you have whatever, please
if you
talk
have
to your
other
doctor.
things going on, then you ask your doctor how much water you need to drink, right? Anyway, that's what I do. All right, so drink water. I don't want to hear about anybody falling out in the heat, okay? I know people got stuff going on for the 4th of July. What are we doing for the 4th of July? Probably nothing because it's too hot.
We're going to what's her face's birthday.
Oh, my friend Elaine's. It's her 50th birthday, so we'll be going to that at night, but not during the day.
There's 2 Downsized Dish interviews with Elaine, so you've all met her before.
My friend Elaine. We can talk about her more in a minute. Donna Shipper says, hello. My Bridge PA was sent in this morning to Walgreens. Hope it is approved soon. Woo woo. So my friend Elaine is anyway. She's lost. I think 80 pounds. She started on Mounjaro before there was Zepbound, and now she's on Zepbound, and doing great. She's doing great. So, you know, she told me, like, I saw her losing weight, and I said, tell me what you're doing. And she said, Mounjaro. And I said, what is Mounjaro, and how do I get it? So, you know, that's where it's really helpful if friends and family members are asking you like about your weight loss and about what you're doing. And if, you know, you can share with them if you want, or you don't have to if you don't want to. It's your own personal private information, but you might really help somebody who needs it. So I encourage people to share. And if y'all know me, y'all know I share with everyone, everywhere, all the time, in lines, waiting at stores.
Say hello to Jen.
Hello, Jen, or Gen X 71.
Say hello to Lynn.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn's here. Hello, everyone. Happy Hump Day. We did an interview with Lynn. Her interview has like over 10,000 views. If you want to search that, it was a Downsized Dish interview not too long ago.
Hello to Lori from the Villages.
Hello, Lori.
Francis in Boise.
Francis Harlow.
Ari in Houston.
Ari's training for the
Gwen's reminding
marathon.
you to like. Please
Thanks, Gwen.
do.
Gwen's a member of Club Downsized.
Michelle Frank.
Franklin Michelle. Hello, everyone. We know the hit topic of the day. Hope everyone is having an easy transition. We did an interview with Michelle, a follow-up interview when we were on the Downsized at Sea cruise, talking about her after losing over 100 pounds. You know, she has now been working out and what she does, and it's fantastic. And Michelle, I interviewed your sister today. So that her sister Terry, and that Downsized Dish will go live in
the next few weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. So be looking out for that.
And if you're a member of Club Downsized, we're going to announce the 2027 cruise exclusively to Club Downsized members tomorrow.
Right.
And they'll have first shot at rooms. So.
Yeah. So if you're new here, you may not know about our love of cruising. Christopher Durham and I have been on a lot of cruises, like probably 30 something cruises. And so we decided that because our viewers wanted to cruise with us, we made the Downsized at Sea cruise. So we just had our second one this past June. It was a blast. We had about 80 people that came with us. And so we're working on the 2027 Downsized cruise. We are going to limit it to the first 100 people that sign up, because we just feel like if it gets beyond that, it's
a lot.
It's it's more than the two of us can handle. Put it that way. So if you want to do that, stay Tuned. Join Club Downsized. We'll be announcing all the details on that tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. So
and then later for the rest.
And
of
then
the
later for the rest of the people. Nancy Germain's here. She's a member. Good evening, all. Hey, Nancy. Or room 2. My doctor wrote the RX for the Bridge program this morning. We'll see how it goes. Okay, progress. Deborah Kendrick, hi from Colorado, waiting on Bridge approval. So people have got it in process. I mean, that's all you can do day one, right? You get that ball rolling. Make that call to your doctor. Maybe you want to make a doctor's appointment. Val Fitzwater's here. She says, hey, everyone. Val's been doing some new workout classes. Riding the Tide. Julio's here. Hi. Julio has a GLP-1 channel you can check out. We did an interview, or Christopher did an interview with Julio. Julio and his wife were on the Downsized cruise, and it's really great when we get to meet you guys in person. We know Val, we've met Michelle, we know a lot of you, and it's really cool. The next place that we'll be is at the Obesity Action Coalition Your Weight Matters Conference in Orlando, Florida, June 23rd through the 25th.
Yep.
What can they do?
Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned. More to come.
Yeah, we'll have a little screen runner. So yeah, we'll be there. We'll be interviewing people. We'll be attending the conference and doing some cool stuff. Nurse Tara's here. Hello, Christopher, Lorraine, and Downsizers. Hey, Nurse Tara. She's also a member. 9 Lives, 3668. Hi, Christopher and Lorraine. What about JoJo? Oh, JoJo says, oh, hello.
Coffee and Disney Vacays. Good evening, Jennifer in New Orleans. Crazy Cat Lady. How are you, Crazy Cat Lady?
Vanessa's here. Crazy Cat Lady in LA. Woohoo! For everyone who got their bridge programs up bound approved. Yay! JoJo says, oh, that's a big yawn.
There's Shorty.
It's a big yawn. Shorty's here. Hi, Shorty. Shorty's a member. Great day. Approved.
That's awesome.
Yay. Sky One Watcher. Oh gosh, I hope my doc is on it and not waiting till my mid-July appointment. No, you got to get the ball rolling now if you want, or you can wait till your appointment. Hi from UK, can't sleep. Oh, hey Sharon Haverly, how are you? It's about midnight in the UK, or 1:00 a.m. in the UK, right? Debbie Stolt. Good evening, beautiful people. Hello, Debbie Stolt.
There's Terry. We talked to her today.
Terry Schwartz. We interviewed her today. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Terry Schwartz. Brian Silver Health Quest. Good evening from the pool. That's a good place to be right now, is somewhere where you can cool off. Lala here. I'm off to a great start with the Bridge program. Saw my doc, got a call from my pharmacy, was told they should have approval by tomorrow. Fantastic. Gwen, 237.6, 1 pound to 50 pounds lost. Woohoo! I'm curious, you guys that are just getting in on the Bridge program, had you been on GLP-1s before and you're just transitioning to the cheaper $50, or are you brand new? Are you starting? If you're starting a GLP-1 brand new on the Bridge program, let us know in the comments. I'm curious. Right now I'm thinking everybody that knows about this is just switching over. But if you're brand new to GLP-1s, let me know too. Darian's
I think there's
here.
Probably a lot of both.
Darian's here. He's one of our moderators. Good evening, Durham's Downsizers, GLP-1 and metabolic med enthusiast, big and small pharma, lawyers, reporters, and everyone in between. Thanks, Darian. Marissa Snow says, any tips on how to disguise my medication in the fridge when traveling with people who don't know I'm taking shots? Well, if you're on the quick pen.
Yeah, we don't have any of our cases. Well,
It's
so
downstairs.
they make a number of cases. This is the quick pen case. There's also we got a small one that was like a little padded, almost looked like a makeup case.
My daughter took that one.
That was, as
Mhm.
Lorraine said, oh, that's cute.
It's cute. It looks like a little. If you get ones that look like a little makeup bag, a little traveling case, you could say, "Oh, I need to keep some of my face creams in the fridge. I don't want the light to get in there, so don't open it." You could say that. Some of the medications you can leave out of the refrigerator for 28 days. So these can be at room temperature for 28 days. Now you don't want to go over about 75, 80 degrees, or they start to lose efficacy. So this you could keep on your person if you're going to be somewhere under 75, 80 degrees. The quick pen, once you give yourself the first shot out of this can be out of the refrigerator for 28 days. Also,
honestly, the other thing I would tell you is, as long as it's in a case, nobody should be going in your stuff anyway.
well,
But remember,
nosy,
unless you
Nelly.
call it out specifically, there
Yeah.
are a lot of medications that are injectables.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, I have a skin
Talks
condition, or
and there's all kinds
arthritis.
there's all kinds of ones that are.
And then and it kind of goes back to you don't have to tell anybody about your medication. You don't have to tell nobody nothing, right? Or you could tell everybody what you're doing, because obesity is a disease. It's a chronic progressive disease. There's no cure. It's not a lack of willpower. It's not a moral failing, right? We know this now. The American Medical Association has proclaimed for years now, apparently, that obesity is a disease and it's not our fault. And it was never our fault, right? So, the more we can take that stigma back, take that.
But you don't have to fight that battle if you want to. They make lots of cute little cases on Amazon.
You can hide it.
And you can put it in there, and it's
do-
nobody's business but yours.
Do whatever you want to do.
This one I particularly like if you have a quick pen, I'll tell you, because where'd the quick pen go? Hand me that one.
Here's the quick pen.
So this one comes apart. Oh, there is actually a quick pen in here already.
All right.
And the quick pen goes in this side.
Is there medicine in that one?
It's been used.
Oh.
And then there's a little slot for each of the needles.
The needles.
It goes in here.
So the Bridge Program people are getting.
This is what you get on the Bridge.
If you're getting,
you don't get the case, but the case you can get from Amazon for like
right,
$5.
the quick
not
pen
much.
is what I was referring. So Bridge people are not going to get these little one-time use auto injector Zepbounds. They're going to get the quick pen. So you have to make sure you read all the directions that come with your medication. Or if you don't want to get Zepbound, you might want to go on, the Wegovy. Here's a Wegovy.
And you can do the pill or the injection.
Pen. Pill or injection.
And you can do Foundeo.
Maybe if you've never taken a GLP-1 before, you're brand new, you're thinking, needles, scary. No, you could do the Foundeo pill, which doesn't have as it'd be a good starter thing.
It will probably work fine for most people.
10 to 12% weight loss
Fuzzy
on the
Doxy.
Foundeo pill. I mean, if you'd have told me that 3 years ago, I'd said, yeah, sign me up right now. Pill I can take any time of day and lose 10 to 12% of my body weight. Sign me up. Now, the Wegovy pill has more restrictions around it. So you have to take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach with 4 ounces or less of water. So, I mean, it's not an insurmountable instruction level, right? But you just have to know that. Fuzzy Doxy says, I've lost just 15 in 2 months, but I feel like it should be more. Right? We always want to lose. I want to lose 10 pounds in a week. Give me the cabbage soup diet from 1987. Me, my mom, my sister, we made cabbage soup. We only ate fruits and vegetables for a week.
Diet was what?
As soon as you ate real food, the weight came right back. Oh, not even a week. Like that wasn't real weight loss.
What's the average rate of weight loss on these medications, or healthy rate? And
it is not.
How is Fuzzy Doxy doing?
Fuzzy Doxy's doing just fine. In fact, I dare say she's probably in the average, because the average
on the high end of the average.
The average weight loss on these medications is about 1% of your body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, that's 2 pounds a week, right? If you're 300 pounds, that's 3 pounds a week. So it's going to be between 0.5 pound and 2 pounds a week on average for most people. Okay. So if you're losing 0.5 pound a week, well, guess what? You're average. I mean,
and you've been on it for 8 months and you've lost 15 pounds. So you're losing more than 1 pound a week. So you're doing really great.
Right. And
so you know what you get? You get confetti.
Lorraine, how do I know my weekly average? Well, you take your total weight loss, 15 pounds, divided by the number of weeks you have been taking this medication. So let's say it's 8 weeks. 15 divided by 8 is a little under 2 pounds a week, right? I can do it on the calculator, but that's how you do it. 15 divided by the number of weeks, and that's pounds per week lost on average. If you want to just level set your expectations, right? Because people might be coming into this thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 2 months. You're not. You're not. You are probably going to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week on average. Some weeks you might lose 5 pounds. Some weeks you might not lose anything. So, I would suggest getting a smart scale with an app where you can track your progress over time so you can see, I recommend we weigh ourselves every day. We just get used to that daily number. We get used to the fluctuations. It's just a number. It should not make or break your day. It is not a reflection of your self-worth. It's just a metric that you can look at. And if you have a smart scale that looks at other metrics, such as muscle mass or body water percent, it gives you other things to look at. And you think, well, my body water percent is tanking. Maybe I should work on that. You know what I mean? All right. What's Brian say? Summer finally showed up in Michigan this week.
Stamp in it has a question. It says, I'm in California and I'm worried about AB 1990 that would impact compounding pharmacy shipping to the state. Any info? So yes, there is a bill working through the California legislature, AB 1990, that it would do exactly what you say. As far as I know, it's made its way through committee, and it hasn't seen a lot of pushback on it, which is kind of surprising. But there are currently bills making through about, I think the number right now is 24, 25 state legislatures. So far, none of them have gotten anywhere. There's none that have passed that have significantly limited compounding, and most just sort of floundered in committee. What I will tell you is there is a site called GLP Winner that's run by a very bright woman named Sabina Hemi, who we've interviewed before, who follows the legislation very, very closely. And she very often will show up
at the courtroom
and attend the courtroom and attend and I think she's been to California a couple of times and sat in the House and listened to it. We don't follow all of that as closely. If there's big moves on it, we would, but honestly, most of those, it would just scare people needlessly because like Indiana has one, Florida has one. There's a bunch of them. I don't think the vast majority of them are going to get very far. California's does seem to have gotten a little further than most, though. But follow Sabina Hemi at GLP Winner, and she is doing that. She's
on TikTok. Channel. She's on YouTube. Linda Bookmiller, hello all. Frustrating day for me. Not sure where I am. The process of bridge. Okay, Linda. Now
you know how to do this,
Linda's been on this. Linda is like day one Downsized viewer. She's watched all the videos. She knows everything she knows how to do, and she's frustrated. And it's understandably because a lot of these doctors, a lot of these places aren't going to go. They haven't watched all of the videos like you have, right? So it's just going to take some time, and Linda knows that.
The reality is, watch the videos, do all the things. All the things are really done by other people. There's really not much that a patient can actually do other than make sure their doctor's informed,
right,
and follow up,
right.
So you want to know more, Linda, follow up tomorrow, be a pain.
Oh, I know Linda's going to follow up. I know Linda's going to be.
But I mean, the doctor has
GLP-1s
to send in the prescription. It has to have the right things on it. The doctor's going to have to fill the pre-authorization form.
Yeah. Well, and this is where we might have to battle, right? We might have to push some things. We might have to follow up with people. If it doesn't line up the way we want, we're just going to have to be the one to push it along. And but you know what? We'll do what we got to do to get our medication, right? If you told me I could get $50 GLP-1s, I'd be right there with you, Linda, like knocking on the doors. So I know Linda will be triumphant soon. TT Trucker's here. Hello, Downsized. Hey, TT, what's happening?
Did an interview with TT not too long ago.
Yeah.
Check it out. Lazy or IVC
Lazy?
says, I read it wrong. Says, how do you begin maintenance? Will you just start?
It just happens.
So maintenance is really a choice, and it's a choice where you have that conversation with your doctor and you decide, hey, this is the healthy weight that I want to live at on a daily basis moving forward. You look at your weight, you look at your blood panels, you look at all the things, and you go, okay, this is where I want to be. And then the question becomes, what's the strategy on how you're going to maintain that? Well, if you haven't watched my video about the Eli Lilly Surmount Maintain trials, I'd go back and do that. If you search 7X, but it gives you all the data on that. But then it's a strategy conversation. I have personally maintained my highest dose. There we go. Maintained my highest dose and simply added calories as I moved forward and been able to maintain just fine over the course of the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Little ups and downs, and that's fine. You're going to have a little bit of variation. Our bodies are not constants. But Lorraine's taken a different strategy. What has yours been, Lorraine? Maintenance. Maintenance.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know.
Okay, maintenance. All right.
But maintenance is a choice. There's no magical button to push that you're all of a sudden in maintenance.
The heavens parted and the angels sang and said, congratulations, Lorraine. You have waited all your life to get to your goal weight. And guess what? You're here. So first you have to figure out what your goal weight range is. And that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother conversation. And how do you pick it? And it's just basically you pick it, your doctor helps you or not, and you figure out where you want to be. Now I picked a range. My range is 145 plus or minus 3 pounds in either direction, right? I maintain 145 for a really long time, 6-8 months, long time. It's a weight I can maintain without counting every calorie, without counting every step, every day of my life, without weighing and measuring every bite, lick, and taste of food that goes in my mouth like I used to do at Weight Watchers. For me, measuring my food every day forever is simply not going to happen, and it's not a way I want to live my life. Okay, but I do weigh myself every day. Good, bad, up, down, whatever. I see those daily weight fluctuations, and if the fluctuation gets fluctuating to where it's 148, 149, 150, okay, Houston, we have a problem, and maybe I do need to start counting and weighing my food, measuring my food, and making sure I'm not creeping up in the calories, right? And that's okay. This is the rest of our life, right? We're not going to just eat within a calorie range every day forever, because we have birthdays and we have 4th of July parties.
Even if you did, there would still be variation.
Whatever. But I have tracked my weight just about every day for these past 3 years, and you see patterns, you see fluctuations, and it helps to get that long-term picture. So I want to pick a weight that I can maintain without a lot of pain points. I don't want to cut out carbs forever. I want to eat whole foods, healthy foods, occasionally some fun foods, low on the sugar, low on the processed foods, high in protein. I do try to keep an eye on my protein. I try to get 30 grams of protein at each meal. And sometimes I get it in at breakfast, and sometimes I fall a little short. So, I do occasionally do a protein supplement or a protein bar, I like to use Premier Protein as my coffee creamer, because coffee creamer has no nutritional value, right? Why not use something that has some protein and get your day going with something
Also, back
like that?
to the question. So, how do you begin maintenance? It's a
You
choice.
just start.
And you start. And honestly, you're going to have to add some calories back in because you've been eating in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So now the question is, where is that magic calorie number that's going to help you
I don't know.
maintain? And you're going to have to start adding some in. And it may take a little bit of trial and error. And you may have to adjust day to day, week to week. And that's called life.
I saw somebody talking about this on a reel the other day, talking about how when you eat at a calorie deficit for a long period of time and you get to your goal weight and you're there, and then maybe you even drop 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds below your goal weight. You just keep, you don't mean to keep dropping, but you keep dropping, right? And what a great problem to have. Never a problem I ever had in my whole life till now, right? But maybe your glycogen stores kind of deplete. So once you start eating at a maintenance calorie level, you might see that weight pop up 3 or 4 pounds, and that's just kind of normal as you kind of level out to where you're going to be eating, mostly in maintenance. And so it's, because I think that's kind of what happened to me. I kind of bottomed out at 138. We went on a trip. I popped up to 144 and just kind of stayed there. I was like, oh, but 138. But I was in the 130s. I really want to get back there. And it wasn't happening unless I was going to severely calorie restrict. And that's I don't want to do that. So, just, what do you mean, Jude? What do you mean, Jude? Your husband, the saint, LOL. Deborah Kreischer. My doctor submitted my prescription to Lilly Direct Bridge Program today, and I received a welcome email, so I know it's in the system. Thanks to Christopher for letting us know they are participating. Yes, they are.
Gwen says she's watched every bridge video some twice.
Good for you.
Hello, Storm.
Florida Storm. What did he used to be? Sold by Storm. Now he's Storm in Motion.
He has 2 channels now.
Oh.
He has because he's a realtor, he has a real estate channel, and he has like travel, lifestyle. He likes concerts.
It's Joyfully Ever After with Rhonda. We know Rhonda. She was on the Downsized cruise. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you so very much for your information and support to those of us on Medicare. I hope in the near future, everyone can get GLP-1s at a reasonable price. Me too. That's our lifelong, that is now our life's goal, is everyone to get GLP-1s at a reasonable price. Tammy Runyon. Well, I was denied this morning. I saw you post that, Tammy. I talked to my doctor. My BMI was 32 when I started this program. In April 2024, I believe you said you had to be 35, BMI 35, or have pre-existing problems at 27 or above.
Right. So basically, there's 3 tiers. You have to have either a BMI of 35, and that qualifies. That's the top tier.
And you get it.
The next one is 30 or higher plus heart failure, uncontrolled hypertension, and there's things around blood pressure there. But there's specific requirements. I don't have all this in front of me. Or kidney disease. Or the next tier down is 27 plus one of these: prediabetes, prior heart attack, prior stroke, or peripheral artery disease.
So congratulations, Tammy. You are and you have always been too healthy.
Yeah.
Well, and you have to look at it as, obesity is a chronic progressive disease. So you might have headed some of these things off at the pass. And, that's kind of the whole, like, the type 2 diabetes people that got theirs covered versus the obesity people that didn't get theirs covered. It's kind of like that same boat, right? Like, we were all heading down that path toward diseases, and we've just saved ourselves from that. And it stinks because you can't get the $50 bridge program, but you do have your better health. So there's that. Okay, Sunshine Cleveland. Hey, happy Bridge Day, hopefully. She doesn't look 65. How are you? Jojo says, I'm tired. It's hot. It's hot and I'm tired. Hit that like button, would you? Travis LR, the pharmacist at Walmart here, told me Sunday they are expecting significant demand increases today. Well, good. I'm glad that he knows. I think Travis is in Nebraska, right? It's me, Sharon L. Heard from my pharmacy. Denial came through. Supposedly it goes to doctor. Yes, it does, for another pre-authorization. So I can continue on. Pharmacist estimates 72 hours. I agree with all of those things, Sharon. You just keep your eye on it. Molly A. Hill, my pharmacist asked me my social security number, and that generated the PA and was approved within an hour. How can the pharmacist... Oh, the PA still goes back to the doctor. Why would they need your social security number?
Because she must not have had her
Medicaid,
her red, white,
Medicare.
and blue number. It needed their Medicare number on it.
All right. I'm always hesitant to give someone out my...
Well, it's a pharmacist.
I know, but what do they need it for? I thought they weren't supposed to identify you by that anymore for healthcare. I don't know. Kimberly McFarland, my day was frustrating. Even though I sent my doctor the information a month ahead of time, she was still clueless and asked me to give her 30 days to get it all figured out. We want it figured out on day one. Basically, tell her to just send your prescription to the pharmacy through the Bridge program. That's all she has to do.
Well, it's not through the Bridge program. It's tagged appropriately. Go watch our video, Kimberly.
I mean, I'm sure
and
Kimberly
it gives you all
has.
the information.
She sent it all. Okay. Yeah, it's hard when the doctor, maybe the doctor doesn't have the time or the inclination or the, whatever.
Nancy Woodard says, do you qualify for the Bridge program if you have been on compounded tirzepatide? Yes, you do, because the Bridge program does not call out what kind of GLP-1 you're on. It doesn't care as long as you're on GLP-1 for treatment. What you need is a doctor that can attest to your BMI and your comorbidities at the time you started treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen some doctors, so you need either a telehealth or an in-person doctor that knows enough about you that can fill out that pre-authorization form and is willing to sign it and attest to all of that. I've seen some local doctors actually leveraging data from smart scales, because they could look back, and if you've taken your weight, they could look back and go, oh, September, blah, 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 you weighed this much, you're this tall, and then BMI is an easy calculation.
Mm-hmm. If only I had my smart scale data from 2015. I didn't have a smart scale back then. Lady Alex M.
It wouldn't have worked anyway, because it's when you started GLP-1s. 2015, you did not.
I thought, or your highest BMI.
No, it was not your highest ever. It was when you started medication.
I mean, should be my highest weight ever. Should qualify.
That's not the rule.
All right. Lady Alex M. I am 67. My starting BMI was too low and I have no chronic conditions. Oh, well, no Bridge for me. Sorry, Lady Alex. We don't, we're not 65, so no Bridge for us either. And I wouldn't qualify for it even if I were 65 today. Christopher would, but I would not. Terry Schwartz says, I hope the Bridge program is a bridge for future possibilities for affordable costs for everyone that is not eligible in the future as well. Yeah, it can only help, right? It can only help. And I think if, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk see millions of people gaining access on this Bridge program, and they suddenly start, with 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million new customers, maybe that will encourage them to maybe drop the price for the rest of us. You know what I mean? And they can see how more customers will get them more profits.
Fuzzy Doxy says, I have sleep apnea moderate, but Trump RX was less expensive than my Medicare cost. Well, so Trump RX is pulling essentially the manufacturer prices from either Lilly Direct or NovoCare. It's just kind of a pass-through site.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for a lot of people, we've seen that be the case. Different options for different folks. Mitzi says, I got a text from Cover My Meds. That's good, which is where the information goes through. At 10:02, and the text stated I was approved. I used a small town pharmacy, and they said they would have my quick pen tomorrow.
Awesome.
So yeah, your challenge is going to become inventory and stock at some point.
Yeah, and if you're new to the quick pen, Christopher made a video where he gives himself a shot with the quick pen. So the quick pen is, it's different than the one-use auto-injector, and it's different than the needle and vial, right? So go watch Christopher. If you're about to get the quick pen, go watch Christopher's video, and then please read all the literature that comes with your medication, because you have to learn how to put the needle on, how to turn the clicks, and all
It's
that
very
stuff.
easy, and I'll tell you that video is like 25 minutes long because I walk
He
very
stretched it out a
slowly.
little bit, yeah.
But I walk very slowly and read everything in the materials, and
Yeah.
we talk about travel cases and all of
Yeah.
that on a daily basis. So I've taken 4 of these because I just didn't use the whole pen. I think after the third one, it took me 2 or 3 minutes because you just kind of get in the habit of it. It's very easy. It's very easy.
Storm in motion. Took mom at 7:30 a.m. this morning to diagnosed with pre-diabetes over a year ago. Doctor said she will put it in, but not sure how far program will go back for diagnosis. Mom is no longer pre-diabetes level. Well, it never hurts to put it in.
It's
right?
all about what the doctor attests to on the form. There's not a government entity coming out and searching medical records. There's a form. The doctor fills in the form. So whatever the doctor says on the form
is what
they know.
Go by. Right. Make friends with your doctor. How well do you know your doctor? How well does your doctor know you? Virginia Olson, Lorraine, I'm getting the band tomorrow. Is it hard to pair to the app? Nope. So I have the Hume band. I made a video about it. I sleep in it. It records sleep. There's an app. I have my Hume app. It tells you, I also have the Hume body pod, so it tells you all your stuff. And see, right now it says synced. So when you tap on band and I can say synced, now the first time that you do it, there's a little bit more detailed setup to it than that. But it was very easy. I had no issues with it. So hopefully you won't either. I can see on here that I slept 7 hours and 22 minutes last night. And here's my, quality of sleep, how I woke up and went back to sleep and stuff. So it's given me some good insights. It also takes blood pressure. Not really sure how it does that, but it does seem to know my blood pressure, heart rate, my stress level, body temperature, my oxygen level, number of steps. Back in the olden days, I just had the Fitbit that checked my number of steps. And I still look at that, but I'm not obsessive about my steps anymore. But yeah,
JoJo,
let me know how you like it.
Screen there.
Looks like your extra camera was unplugged.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yep. I've got a link and a code for the body pod in the description. I think it also works on the band. Travis LR, hopefully everyone getting the meds on the bridge or being proactive in case things change next year. This would be a good time to sock away some of the funds you might have spent previously.
I think Travis is right. We do not know what will happen at the end of 2027. So fill these things as much as you can. Save some money if you can, because January 2028, we don't know.
Everything's so expensive right now, right? The gas, everything is so expensive. So anywhere we can save some money is a good thing. IVC.
We did this question. She just asked it again.
I think
I think she's asked it a couple times.
I went into a dissertation on it.
You did.
Marcy, is that for the band? If
so, Marcy.
This is the 2.0 band. I didn't have the 1.0 band, so I can't compare. I got an email. This is Marcy. I got an email from Hume, and right now they're running a special, 50% off on the Hume. It is $183. That's the body pod, the scale. Total $199. I think I'm going to order one. So happy to know you all help with this. Yeah, our code is the Downsized, I believe, for the body pod. So plug that in. You might get an additional savings, or pretty much $183 is the best price that I've seen. But you never know. They run different promotions all the time. So sometimes our code stacks on top of their current promotion. So try typing in the Downsized in that code, see what you get. But yeah, we like the body pod. We weigh on it daily, if not weekly, if not daily. Marcy says, also want to mention I went to my doctor's appointment on Monday, and she really does not want me to change off Mounjaro right now because I'm going to stay on Mounjaro. Can you get Mounjaro on the
No,
Bridge
Marcy.
program?
So tirzepatide, which is the same medication in Mounjaro and Zepbound. So exact same thing, same factory.
Mounjaro.
The only difference is Mounjaro is FDA approved for type 2 diabetes. Zepbound is FDA approved for obesity, sleep apnea, MASH, several other things. Same exact medication. The Bridge program only has Zepbound.
But not in the pen.
And if you have another condition that qualifies you for Medicare Part D coverage, so if you have type 2 diabetes and you're using Mounjaro, you are not eligible for the Bridge program because you're already covered.
Type 2 diabetes, you cannot qualify for the Bridge program if you have type 2
certain levels
diabetes.
of sleep apnea or MASH. Basically, anything that's your Medicare Part D will cover today. You cannot use Bridge.
Yeah. Bridge is specifically for obesity with comorbidities. Stacy D, 6868, my 19-year-old son took his first Zepbound shot today. I think we've talked to you before, Stacy. He decided to do it because he found out a friend was taking oral Wegovy. I am thinking positive peer pressure.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I hope that works out great for him.
Oh, let's see. There's 327 of you out there and 220 likes. Thank you very much. If
you
haven't
can tell
already.
him that our 19-year-old daughter also takes them.
She's 20 now.
She turned 20 yesterday. She's lost over 100 pounds. Okay.
She's lost 140 pounds.
Well, she doesn't really like us to give out her personal private information. If you go to our last weekly weigh-in, she gave a comment from the couch that I thought was very insightful.
TT Trucker says, question, I wonder if they would come up with a program for people under the age of 65.
Maybe. Maybe someday.
Perhaps. TT. I mean, the problem is the way American insurance and healthcare works is, first of all, Medicare only covers over 65 or there's some other reasons, maybe a disability or something else that you may be on Medicare. So then it defaults to either Medicaid, so you're getting it based off of need, or it's going to default to commercial or private insurance. So there's no government program to just do medication for everybody. So that would take a whole bigger program that does not currently exist, and I don't see our country doing anytime in the immediate future.
Yeah.
More likely, and TT is a truck
so.
driver, obviously, and more likely the way this helps us is that the commercial insurance, so the trucking company that you work for that hopefully is giving you insurance, so you're paying for part of that, will pick it up and say, well, if Medicare is doing it, we're going to follow them, and the policies may be more likely to carry it. But I don't see the government at this point expanding it anymore. This is really just a test program.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm not really even sure where the money's going to come from. So,
well, where does the money come from for anything in government? Nancy Woodhard says, can I qualify for the Bridge program if I meet the requirements but have always been on compounded?
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're on compounded or not. As long as you have a doctor that will submit the prescription, complete the pre-authorization, and knows all of your information, then you can certainly participate. Let's see here.
Now, if your telehealth doctor, if you're being prescribed compounded medication from a telehealth doctor, ask them about submitting you for the Bridge program, because I know the Mochi doctors will do that. I've been told that by other patients today. Carol Wallard, I'm on the path to the Bridge. Doctor sent script, now awaiting positive results. All right, sounds good.
Billy says, do you think the reason there's a test period is to determine if the government saves money on medical expenses for heart attacks? I think that's part of the reason. I think you also have to remember, though, that it's technically illegal right now for Medicare or Medicaid to pay for weight loss drugs.
Right.
And it has been for the last few decades.
For forever. Yeah.
So the only way that this becomes a full-time program is either they change the law, and there is currently legislation working its way through the House and the Senate called TROA, the Treat and Reduce Obesity Act, that would make it legal, or they have to reinterpret the regulations. And one of the things that was happening in the last administration was that they said that these were, because it says weight loss in the current laws, basically they were saying that these medications were for treating the disease of obesity, and they were using language to get around the weight loss piece of it. Now, the current administration said, no, we're not doing that. So it would still, we don't know. But either way, they're going to have to figure out a legal solve for it. That one of those, or something to be named later.
I don't know if a year and a half is long enough to correlate saving money on heart attacks or what. They probably, I mean, they do these backward looking studies all the time where they gather data from patients taking a GLP-1 and note the number of other things reported, like, you know, heart attack, stroke, or whatever like that. So, I mean, I'm sure the government does want to save money in the long run. And, but when they've got millions of people that could be going on these medications, and the government subsidizing part of the cost, right? How much is the government? Are they paying like
$249 or something like that? Yeah.
So the government pays $249, you pay $50, and Eli Lilly laughs all the way to the bank, right? So it just depends on how many people that are eligible go and get on the bridge program, and what does that roll up to for the government, and is that sustainable?
And theoretically, part of the negotiations that happened with this administration were that the medication across the board would go down in cost to in the mid 200s. We haven't seen any of that happen to date, so we'll have to see.
That's Vicky Lilly, by the way. She was on the cruise.
Oh, that is Vicky Lilly.
Hey, Vicky. Kathy Thompson, I'm down 40 pounds, and now brother is interested, but can't figure out how to forward this. Well, there's a share button.
Do you think forward is the word, or do you think we're trying to say a forward?
A forward or forward? Well, It says forward. So if there's a share button down below. You can click it, and you can send this video to someone via email or like Facebook Messenger, or there's lots of ways you can share this. A text message, you can text message it to them. Yeah, you can do that. And YouTube really likes it when you share our videos, right? Because when you share our videos, it tells YouTube, oh, other people might want to see this also. So it serves it up to other people looking for information on GLP-1s or the Bridge Program or stuff like that.
Brian's Ventures says, my Mounjaro was free today. It's been $47. Is this why? No, this has nothing to do with Mounjaro.
You probably hit your deductible.
Probably you've hit your deductible.
It's June.
Would be my guess.
It's July 1st, so you've gone through half the year.
So that out-of-pocket expense has been met, would be my guess.
But congratulations.
But that's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll give you some confetti for that, because, hey, that's a good thing.
Chris Ralph hit 30 pounds lost in 6+ months on Mounjaro. The other day, I'm moving to 7.5 UG on Friday.
I think it's milligrams is what he was trying to get to.
Well, that's good. Good job, Chris Ralph. Jojo says good job. Jojo gave you a little meow there. Oh, hello. Ow, ow, ow. Jojo attacks. Frank Michelle says, Darium, did you know if guzzling water at the end of the night hurts your hydration? I would do that, and ChatGPT told me I was doing more harm. Bladder thought so too, LOL. I chug water all the time. And he has yelled at me for the past 22 years. Don't yell at
her. I simply say that's not the best way to hydrate.
Don't chug the water like that. And I guess if you if you have one of the chug bottles and you're just turning it up and just drinking it a lot at one time, how much can your body really absorb at one time? It might just be flushing right through you, right? So it is better to sip as you go. I like to add electrolytes sometimes, especially when it's hot and sweaty or I'm working out. I think that helps my body hang on to the water a little bit better.
3 shots in chat. Hello from everyone. RE's training for a marathon in Houston. Dude, how hot is it there?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Gwen's jumping off to go yell at CVS.
One
of Lorraine's favorite pastimes.
Dear Lord in heaven. They make it so complicated to talk to a pharmacist. I think CVS now, you have to leave a message and the pharmacist will call you back. So when you leave that message for CVS, when you call their pharmacy, make sure you give them your name and your date of birth and your exact everything you want to know. So complicated. BSZ. I sent Christopher's CMS Bridge video to my doctor. She sent the RX to CVS, who knew nothing about it. They do now. I'm in the system. So many thanks to you both. Well, it is day 1. So, they're definitely, well, they know now. So good. Gwen just gifted 5 downsized memberships. So 5 lucky viewers out there in YouTube land have just received a free membership courtesy of Gwen Roy. I always say your name wrong.
And those are randomly selected. We have no choice.
Randomly selected. So that means tomorrow you can come watch the Downsized Live, our members only live. So check that out. Holmes. I thought I was set up for PCP to send RX today. I called to remind them, but now they say I have to make another appointment. Scam. I was there in March. That's kind of a long time ago. And even had a prescription called in 2 weeks ago. But it was too soon. Do you have like a message where you can send a detailed message directly to your doctor? Because sometimes when you call, the person that answers the phone isn't maybe the most knowledgeable. So
Grandma's pocketbook question. Where's the 2027 cruise going? Well, you'll just have to wait and see Grandma's pocketbook. So we will announce it to the Club Downsized members tomorrow, and then it'll be August before we announce it to everyone.
August?
Yep, because I'm giving the Club Downsized members 30 days to book their rooms first.
It is July 1st.
Yep.
All right. It is indeed. Tempus fugit, as my dad used to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
and subscribe for more details.
As Darian says, first shot, no pun intended. Club
Downsized members get the inside scoop. It's not too late to join Club Downsized. Hit the join button today. Thanks, Darian. Sally Ann Good. Julio described the cruise as a retreat. I agree. Yeah. We had some great, we did a live, we did a downsized dish, we did some games, we did a lot of stuff. We ate dinner together in the dining room. It was nice. It was a nice time. Fire wife, lawyer, mom. I took my shot today and used the Manjaro pen. There was a small spot of blood and it was liquidy. I've given myself many shots now. Did I do something wrong? No, you did not.
Nah.
Did the medication not get fully inside? That's happened to us on occasion.
Sometimes you just hit a funny spot and there's a little vessel in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I take an alcohol wipe and just wipe it off, and that's the end of that.
Hold on, I missed it. Hang on, let me go back to Patty.
Patty Daly. I stopped Manjaro 12.5. I think it screwed up my digestive system. I get very full after eating small amounts of food. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. So you do get fuller on smaller amounts of food. If your dose is too high and you really can't eat at all, then, talk to your doctor about that. Maybe you need to drop down your dose. And it does slow down your digestive system. That's kind of one of the whole things that these GLP-1s do. They slow your digestion, so you stay full longer, takes your food longer to travel through your system, and that's where some of the constipation people get comes from. So, it's just how it works. Margaret Mitchum. Hi, LNC, JoJo, and all.
Micum.
Micum. Excuse-moi. Sent in my refill for 7.5 milligrams Zep Quit Pen yesterday. Maybe bad timing. Well, you know what? It doesn't help to have like a supply, right? So are you going to do the bridge program? I'm assuming.
I think she's meaning that it may be just a busy time.
Yesterday was not bridge day. Today is bridge day.
But she hasn't picked it up yet, I would assume. I think it's a timing statement. Yeah.
So bad time. Well, yeah, the pharmacy's going to be busy now with all those bridge program people.
Brand new with Bridge GLP-1. Hello, Carol.
Oh, all right. So here's I was asking the audience, and Carol answered, brand new with Bridge, no previous GLP-1. So I'm curious how people have learned about the Bridge program, where so many doctors don't know, where so many pharmacists don't know. We knew, and we put it out to our viewers. So hopefully, the word is getting out to people. More people are going to get on GLP-1s that qualify. The Dude CHT. I never wished that I was 65 or older more than today. You know what? Yeah, I mean, we're not old enough for Medicare yet, so that's fine. You know what? By the time we get there, maybe it'll be free. Who knows? One can dream.
There'll be other medicines by then.
There'll be other medicines also too. Mitsu Grace. Hi everyone, happy Bridge Day for those who qualify. My broker called yesterday and he said my best performing investment for the year is Eli Lilly. Well, yep. How about that? Well, I hope you got in on those $600 or $7, $100 share stock prices, because now they're $1,100. So yeah, if you're one for stocks, keep your eye on that Eli Lilly stock, because as these millions of people,
we are not financial advisors.
Not
doctors, not financial advisors, not pharmacists, not dietitians, not chefs.
They have a product that 10 million people may qualify for. It's math, y'all. Okay. Yeah, but congratulations. GSH.
I feel like I know who that is.
Math.
We know who this is. I think they were on the cruise.
Hey, here's an idea. If you have more than 100 people, you could take 75 on the first week and the rest on the second week.
We know who this is. I don't remember.
I feel like we do know.
I'm sorry, but we know who it is.
What Christopher and I did this time, we didn't do this in the first cruise. We did this for the second cruise. So we did the Downsized cruise, and then we stayed on the ship for the same ship, same room for another cruise. And it was great. Like the first day, fine. Second day, fine. Then I was like, I want to go home.
I thought it was awesome. We just chilled.
We just chilled, and it was very nice. But then I was like, I want to go home. Sometimes you get to a point where you've just been gone a long time.
If we get to 100 people, we'll figure it out. But I mean, we had 80 basically this time, so that's still a good increase.
I guess we'll have a wait list if we hit 100. We'll figure that out. Down the Dale, Shelly. I got the shot travel bag from Amazon you posted the other day. Oh, awesome. That's the one we have, that blue one with the thermometer, digital thermometer on top. That's the one we've taken through TSA. We put it in our carry-ons. Nobody's ever looked twice at it. One TSA agent one time said, nice case, as it rolled through. So it works very well. If you want to go on our Amazon store, we're Amazon affiliates. We make a small commission off each purchase. You can go to thedownsized.org, click on the Amazon tab, and you can see all my GLP-1 favorite items.
There's 334 of you out there, 264 likes. My name is Christopher Durham. This is Lorraine. We're the Downsized. We talk about GLP-1s. I've lost 100 pounds. Lorraine's lost 50 if you don't know us. And mostly today we're talking about Bridge, but that's okay. You can ask any GLP-1 related question you have. Maybe we'll know the answer, or maybe we'll say you should talk to a doctor.
Right.
Because we are indeed not doctors.
Sabrina Marie Sayer. All right, Sabrina Marie. I started GLP-1 January 29th of 2025, and I'm down 92 pounds. fantastic. I have about
Congratulations,
25
Spring.
more to go, I think. I'm not sure what my goal is exactly.
That's okay.
That's fantastic. Sometimes we have a goal in mind and then we get close to it and we're like, maybe that's too high or that's too low, or maybe that's somewhere in between. Sometimes you don't really figure it out till you get there. And that's fine, right? Because there's really no finish line. Nobody's timing us on how long it takes us. It takes what it takes. This is the rest of our life journey now. So everybody's journey is a little bit different. We have to figure it out as we go along. Kipsha 7869. Hey, down 64.6 pounds in 1 year. Love your channel. Lorraine, come check out our music video about GLP-1s on 3 shots and a chat. Let me write it down so I don't forget. 3 shots and a chat. Okay. I won't do it now because, we're live and all, but, but I love a good music video and a chat. All right. Got it. We'll do Kipsha. Diane, GLP-1 Chronicles. Happy Bridge Day to everyone who qualifies. I'm not quite old enough yet. Yeah, that's the bummer, right? Hopefully someday in the future, these medications will be $50 or less for all people. Just Cherio. Hubby is a diabetic on Mounjaro. Past 14 months, pays $25 a month. He went to pick up a script and he got 3 boxes for $25. Doctor must have sent in for 3 months. Could never get sooner than 28 days at a time. I have heard people that this has happened to. Who knows? Like, all these insurance companies work so differently. And we are, now that we're the midway point in the year, maybe you've met some deductible or something. So it's fantastic. Take it and run. Take it and run. Christina R. LD, making it her personal mission to teach people how to find an average, never fails to make me laugh. Well, because I made a TikTok about it and people didn't know how to find their average weight. Because people would say, well, sometimes my average is 2 pounds, but sometimes my average is 4 pounds. But then I had 1 week where it was 7 pounds. I'm like, girl, that's not an average. So, I'm just reminding people, I'm just helping them on their journey so they can figure out, are they in the average? Are they the low end, the high end? Most people are on the high end of the average and they think they're slow. That's generally how it goes around here. Vera's here. I wish people would think of this as a race.
I think I would not think of this as a race.
I'm disappointed that I only lost 30 pounds in a year. That's half a pound a week, Vera. But hey, that's 30 pounds that's gone and it would still be hanging on had it started in this medication. Yeah, or as Darium likes to point out to me, what if you had gained 30 pounds in a year? Yeah, we wouldn't be happy about that, would we?
Or what if I gave you 30 pounds to carry around every day? Yeah, would you want to do that? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? 30 pounds is significant and it's making a difference in your health. And it's not a race, right? So we just keep going. We're getting better every day, every week, right, Vera? I do like that Darium said, what if you, because I said, I only lost 50 pounds. What if you'd have gained 50 pounds? That's what Darium said to me. And I was like, ooh, that one hit. That one hit different, as the kids say. Janet says, been on a tirzepatide since March 12th, down about 17 pounds, depending on the day. A little discouraged, but still moving forward. All right, so March, April, May, June, 3 times 4, 12-ish weeks, 17 pounds. It's about a pound a week. Congratulations, Janet. You're average.
You're on the high end of average, Janet.
Janet, you're doing great. See what I mean? See what I mean? Like, people need to figure out your average weight loss, because people getting a little discouraged and you're doing great. You're exactly in the average weight loss. So let's not be so hard on ourselves, right? We want this fast weight loss. We want it off right now. I get it. I've been trying to do it my whole life. But believe me when I tell you, you just keep going and you're going to get there. Just keep swimming. Just keep taking your shot. It is really hot in the upstairs of our house.
Pamela Nelson says, are you required to go to a dietitian or is it monitored by your primary doctor? So there is part of the written piece of this is it says that you have to be counseled for exercise, lifestyle
Interventions.
and I forget what's
Modifications.
lifestyle modifications on exercise and diet. But that basically means your doctor says,
Go for a walk.
go for a walk, don't eat crap.
Eat
You don't
some
have to
protein.
do a dietitian. You don't have to do a program. You don't have, there's none of that stuff. Now, your personal doctor may want you to, but that there's no requirement.
Yeah, I think one of our viewers told us their doctor was putting all of his GLP-1 people into a program they had to do in order for him to prescribe them GLP-1s.
But there's no requirement.
Our comment to that was get another doctor, because that's some bullshit right there. MD Catania, did you start live early today? Start at 7, MD. What? Early? What do you mean?
No, we weren't early.
We were right at 7. Tomorrow for the members live, we start at 6. We usually start at 6 Eastern for members live and 7 for the regular live, which is on Wednesday, usually. But it's hard. That's why you got to like and subscribe, ring that notification bell. So, because, things change, but we're not traveling anywhere till the OAC conference at the end of July. Well, that's coming up quick, though, isn't it?
Michael Clanton's out there. Hello, Michael.
Michael Clanton. Just Alone 1. Hello from Montana. Ooh, I want to go to Montana. Took shot 30 of Zepbound 7.5 Saturday, and I am down 89 pounds so far since 12/6/25. Can't say enough. GLP-1 feeling fantastic. GIP-1. That's awesome. That's 89 pounds so you're kind of a year and a half. That's great. You're doing great.
Oh, Michael says, I don't believe people complain about losing
30
2 pounds a week. Oh, sure they do. I've seen people complain about losing 4 pounds a week.
People always want to lose weight fast. What's fast? Is 5 pounds a week fast? 10 pounds a week when I did the cabbage soup diet in 1987. That was pretty fast. Well, but that didn't last, right? You want lasting, sustainable weight loss. And also, that 1 to 2 pounds a week average, that's where, your hair tends to not fall out and, other things, muscle and all that good stuff. So if you lose too fast, you can lose hair, you can lose muscle. Like it's 1 to 2 pounds a week is what you want. Every time I started Weight Watchers for a new time, I always wanted to lose 5 pounds in the first week. Why? I don't know. Because I usually could. And then after that, it was like half pound, whatever. Maria's Zepbound journey, 117 shots, down 207 pounds. And I wish I could get the Bridge program. She's only 57 too. Well, wow, Maria's Zepbound journey, 207. You need to come on the Downsized Dish and talk to me about that, because you're doing fantastic. So
invite everyone to come on the Downsized Dish.
You too can come on the Downsized Dish. You have to go on our website at thedownsized.org, and there's a tab that says Downsized Dish, I believe. Haven't been on there.
It says application for Downsized
Application
Dish.
for Downsized Dish. So
it's like
click
4
on
or
that,
5 questions.
Fill out some questions, and we'll take a look at that. So yeah, we do interviews with people every week. We usually post 1 or 2 interviews a week. We've talked to, I think, over 200 people.
I don't think it's quite that many, but close.
Anyway, there's lots. So, but everybody's a little different on this journey, right? We have a lot of things in common. We have a lot of traumas. We have a lot of weight loss trauma. We've all been through stigma of being overweight or having obesity. So, just the way we go, the way we lose weight is a little different.
And
so
honestly, with a lot
of
of new people starting, I'm looking for new people. So if you just started on the Bridge program, yell at us. We'd love to.
Yeah.
And then be able to follow you as you go along.
Ooh.
So 6 months from now, a year from now, I'm also looking for people
Foundeo?
on Foundeo and oral Wegovy. So they're
Yeah.
on to get some pill experience things. I know there's
Yeah.
people out there that have had great luck with it. I know there's people out there that started and have changed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what your experience was, but we want to hear about it because everybody wants to know. So
Yeah, we haven't really talked to many people on the Foundeo.
I've
came out
chatted with
April
some people,
1st.
but I haven't talked to
I
anybody.
mean, it's
in
just
person.
been out since April 1st, so May, June, 3 months.
Vera, who's a member, thank you. Vera says, question, is July
Oh.
1st the only day to apply, or is it day one of applying? It's just day one of applying. As far as we know, they're not going to
Day
close
one
it.
of the year and a half program.
Pam Marsh says, so I have Medicare A, B, I don't qualify. Well, you have to have a Medicare Part D program to qualify.
It's what you want.
Yeah.
And we're not experts on Medicare, so don't ask us anything beyond that. No, you have to have Medicare Part D. And that's the prescription drug.
Yep, that's the prescription
program,
drug.
Right?
Doesn't matter which one you have, but you have to have one.
You have to have D. Which company does it? You just have to have the D. Mary Luckenbaugh. Question: I have Medicare Part D. Does that disqualify me for the bridge program?
Makes you eligible. So the way it works is in order to be eligible for the bridge program, you have to have a Medicare Part D policy. However, it does not run through your Medicare Part D policy. It is separate and outside of it. Please go watch our videos. It gives you all the details. But essentially, CMS, which is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, so I often get the order of those words confused. But anyway, you get it. CMS is running it outside of Medicare Part D. It does not contribute to your out-of-pocket. If you're getting assistance on payments, it doesn't do it. It's $50, period. It is what it is. There's no way to get that reduced. But assuming you meet one of the 3 tiers, then you may be eligible. So I would definitely talk to your doctor about that. Talk to your doctor about that. Linda Bookmiller says, "Go USA." Is the
USA playing tonight? If they win, they advance, and if they lose, I think they get knocked out. Is that tonight? I know Mexico won last night. Lisa Brockington, new drinking game. Every time Lorraine takes a drink, we take a drink. Christopher hates it when I do that.
When she does the little, because I cut it out. It's just an editing issue. Her going.
So refreshing. Sherry O says, I told my doctor I have never been so happy to have had pre-diabetes. Thankfully, the medication corrected that now, and I feel so fortunate they took the BMI and A1C before having started treatment. Yep. Jazzy's here. Hey, Jazzy. She says, hello, everyone. Jazzy's a member of Club Downsized. MD Catania. I'm seeing my doctor about the bridge program on the 10th. I'm hoping that by then he'll have signed a few patients up for it. Fingers crossed.
It's really not that complicated of a process. I know it looks like it, but it's a few steps. It's not.
Take some information in hand that you can point him in the direction he needs to go. I am terrified of the quick pen. Oh, Vicky, you can do it.
It's not scary, Vicky. I promise. It's
if you
okay.
Can do,
honestly, the needle is so tiny and thin.
If you can do this one, Vicky, you can.
This one hurts more. I think
it's such a loud ka-chunk sound. Yeah. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. The quick pen is not.
And the spring of that needle hitting your skin hurts. The other one just kind of slides right in. You don't even notice it. It's easy.
But the quick pen, you just push it in yourself and then click the plunger. You could do it. That's your daughter to help you. One Beth Macbeth. Do either of you have any sugar cravings? Did you before? The more I eat sugar, the more I crave sugar, right? And I like sweets. That's always been my thing, is I like sweets. That's why I like some of those protein bars that are kind of like candy bars. Because sometimes if I get that kind of I want a treat, I'll eat one of those protein bars, like the Bear Bells or one of those, and it just kind of cuts it off right there. We also really love our Ninja Creamy. So the Ninja Creamy is this awesome device that can make ice cream treats out of protein shakes.
But you could just make regular ice cream too.
Yeah.
However, this community has figured out if I add protein to it, it's healthy and you keep it sugar free. There's a lot of good ways to do it, and it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, we've got.
But back to the question. So, do either of you have sugar cravings?
I said yes and yes.
I don't typically have sugar cravings every once in a while, but I never did. I was more of a crunchy, salty.
He does like chips. Chips are his.
Yeah, like chip craving, popcorn craving. Oh yeah.
someone today was screaming for chips, that we have no chips in our house, and that how can they possibly survive life with no chips in the house? So, is that your cat in the upper left?
That is JoJo.
This is
Not. This was earlier.
Oh, this is JoJo. Yep. JoJo says, hello. JoJo says, I went to the vet today. They want to clean my teeth. Have you guys ever gotten your cat's teeth cleaned? And it was like really expensive. And I said, I don't think so. It's like $500 is what they wanted. They had put them to like knock them out. And, like,
Beth Macbeth, I'm seeing my doctor on 7/22/2026 and discussing it about the Bridge Program with Humana Gold Plus. I don't know enough about the individual programs to know what that one is. If it's a Part D program, then you would be eligible, assuming you meet the eligibility, the actual medical eligibility criteria.
Yeah. So I guess the trick is now for the people who are on Medicare, who are 65 and up, we're going to come around to re-enrollment time in November.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things you need to figure out. If you're not currently, you don't have the right Part D or whatever, you need to figure out what you need.
As long as you have a Part D, there's no right or wrong Part D. You just have to have one.
Then you get the Part D. Mm-hmm.
But for many people, you're using it it's a whole prescription plan. So a lot of people have it. Big Ass Bob says hello.
Big Ass Bob. Hello there, fellow.
All right, Little Ass Bob.
Soon to be the Little Ass, the artist formerly known Little Ass Bob, formerly known as Big Ass Bob. RCJT2GX, great channel. Well, thank you. I have been on a CPAP for years. My Medicare Part D Advantage would help pay for drugs for this, but not for weight loss. I was prescribed Zepbound for weight loss due to my BMI. Then you should be covered on the Bridge Program.
No, you will not be. If your Medicare Part D plan will pay for sleep apnea and you have a CPAP, then you're not eligible for Bridge.
I'd have my doctor run it anyway.
But I would talk to your doctor. But if you are eligible through your Medicare program for any other comorbidity for it to pay, then you are not eligible.
But he's
for
not
Bridge.
Getting Zepbound for his sleep apnea. He's getting it for weight
But he must have
loss.
been approved because it says would help pay for. If you were approved, you're going to have to talk to your doctor.
Maybe not. Who can say? I'd try it. One Beth Macbeth. Your sugar cravings subside pretty immediately when you begin. Like begin the whole journey?
Well, here's the thing. Cravings are an interesting conversation because craving.
Right. Are we talking about food noise?
Yeah.
Are we talking about?
So what this medication typically does is it helps with the persistent thought in your head about things.
Donuts.
Whether it be donuts or chips or whatever. So for a lot of people, for most people, it's going to help with that, and it will help. I mean, I think it took me probably not the first shot, but the second shot, and it pretty quickly went away. And the only way for you to know is to try the medication. But for many, many people, it does. Well, and then she asks, what about if you had cancer? To my knowledge, cancer does not impact whether these medications work.
Where's the cancer?
It's right there. It's right there on the screen.
Well, it wasn't there a minute ago.
I just put it up.
What about if you had cancer? There are some people in this group that have had or currently have cancer that are also on a GLP-1.
Yeah.
Cancer, how that works with sugar, or cancer, how it works with a GLP-1?
To my knowledge, GLP-1s still work whether you've had cancer or not.
Yes. So. I mean, that's definitely something to ask your doctor about.
Mary ran for a reminder. My understanding is the needles do not come with the quick pen. You have to purchase them separately. Maybe. So we have gotten, because we have a prescription for one of our children, we have gotten
with needles,
some with and some without, and I think it depends on which one of Lily's pharmacies is delivering it.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
And honestly, we don't know why we got some with and some without. You can order them usually through Amazon.
My daughter says I did it wrong, so I don't know. There was probably a button I needed to click that I didn't click. So yeah, and if you get the quick pen and you don't get the needles, like how would you get the needles? Maybe go back to Lily Direct, and I'm not really sure because now we're short like 4 needles. You get 5 with the quick pen, so you get 1 extra. So we figured, well, we'll have enough extra to
Let's
get
see
it
here.
eventually.
Gwen Roy Rose says, Beth, I had cancer pre-tirzepatide. What's the question? Beth says, if you are a cancer survivor and high BMI, would that qualify? Well, so I'll read the qualifications again. The top tier is you have to have a 35 BMI, and if you have a 35 BMI, you just qualify. If you have a high BMI, I don't know what you're classifying as high, but probably higher than that.
Pounds or more overweight.
The next one down is you have a 30 BMI, plus you have either heart failure, uncontrolled hypertension, or kidney disease 3A plus. The next one down is you have a 27 BMI, so that's a pretty low BMI.
Yeah.
Plus pre-diabetes, a prior heart attack, a prior stroke, or peripheral artery disease.
I didn't hear anything about cancer.
So cancer is not one of the considerations, but if you have a high BMI, then you should be good to go.
Yeah. Depends on how high your BMI is, I guess, and if you have any other.
So Beth, Bridge has nothing. So Bridge operates as a separate program and is not part of your Humana Gold Medicare plan or any other Medicare plan. It is a completely separate program that's funded in a separate way, administered in a different way. Although Humana does run the back end of it, it doesn't really have anything to do with it. CMS is just using their system. It doesn't really.
Sterium, absolutely. Everybody is different at One Beth Macbeth. Some people get a craving cessation and hunger suppression. Many others don't reap any of those benefits. That's a good point, Darium. For me, I feel like my cravings revolved around food noise. What I now know was food noise. Right. So when I got a couple shots in and that voice in my head turned off and I started rooting around the pantry, I stopped thinking about food. I stopped thinking about what I was going to eat for dinner while I was eating lunch. All that just turned off. So I don't even, when you talk about cravings, I don't really know that I have cravings anymore. I still like sweets. I still occasionally like to eat,
I think Darium says that because I know in talking to Darium, he hasn't had the benefit of all of that. So,
right.
It varies person to person for sure. Big Ass Bob says, question not Medicare Bridge related, but how do we feel about annual GLP-1 prescriptions as opposed to 3 to 6 month? So I assume you're talking about compounded medication. Here's the thing about the annual plans, or anything longer, honestly, than 3 months.
I would not.
If it locks you into a price, I would not do it because I think prices are going to come down. And if you sign a year deal 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 10 million people are going to get $50 drugs out there, as of today. So if I'm a telehealth, I might be going, oh crap, I need to lower my price. I don't know that for sure. I have no inside information, but I would not sign a long-term deal right now on pricing. I think it's going to come down in the next few months.
We've been with Mochi for 2.5 years, and in that time they have lowered their prices. The price now is lower than when we started. So it's, it's entirely possible. Also, I just get nervous whenever somebody tells me they have more than 3 months of supply in their refrigerator, because what if your power goes out?
There's subscriptions right now that you can sign and you get the best price ever, but it's a locked in price and they're shipping it to you monthly. It's not necessarily that you get it all at one time.
What if they go out of business? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I do like to have some backup in the refrigerator, right? We always have at least 2 or 3 vials in the refrigerator between the two of us. The dude CHT can't wait for Medicare for all. We can dare to dream, right? That would be a blessing.
If you
for
want
everyone.
Medicare for all, you're going to have to vote.
Indeed.
We are the largest voting bloc in America. No pun intended.
The GLP-1ers?
Yep. 74% of America has overweight or obesity, and we could.
We're going to rise up.
Yeah.
people with a 27, formerly 27 or higher BMI, but now have, gotten on, but we're going to rise up because there's more of them. There's more of us than there are of them, right? 74% of America has overweight or obesity. Linda Dorman. So if you're on compounded tirzepatide, you would need to switch to the KwikPen or Foundayo, correct?
That's
yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
I thought vials were not included.
Vials are not
They're
included.
not. The KwikPen is not a vial. Foundayo is not a vial. Foundayo is a pill. You
might have been showing a vial.
This is the compounded tirzepatide vial. I don't have any Lilly Direct vials. That's a whole nother ball of wax. This is my compounded tirzepatide that I get through Mochi. If you want to start with Mochi, my link and code are in the description. Get $40 off your first order.
Frenchified says, if Eli Lilly owns the Zepbound patent and it is valid, how can the compounders get the formula and fabricate something similar?
Right.
Aren't the formulas guarded secrets? No,
Apparently
they are not. The formulas are fully published.
They're published.
You can actually go look at the patents, and the way this works is basically under FDA regulations. Really, this started in times of shortage because Lilly and Novo couldn't supply the product, and our federal government has said, well, in times of shortage, compounders can come in and fill the gap.
Make copies.
Well, the other piece of it, and that's for 503Bs, the larger compounding pharmacies, but for 503As, which are typically local smaller pharmacies, they're designed to fill individual prescriptions for individual needs. And maybe your kid had an allergy to something and your doctor sent you to your local pharmacy. Maybe your pet needed it. Compounding pharmacies have been around for 100 years. They used to just be called pharmacists.
Right. So the compounding have to be slightly different than the brand name. So they might have slightly different dosages. They have additives added to them that might help you with certain side effects. So they might have additives like glycine or niacinamide or L-carnitine or NAD+, or, talk to your doctor that if you're getting a compounded prescription, tell them, what you're struggling with, and maybe they can help you out with an additive that would benefit you. But the doses are different too. Like instead of 2.5, maybe they're 2.2, or instead of 5, maybe it's 4.4. So you they're slightly different. They have to be slightly different per the rules that they're working within.
All right. Beth says, but does your doctor want you on the highest dose and you're choosing to do the lowest dose? So Beth, we have a ton of videos on starting and all of that, but in short, no matter who you are, no matter which one of these medications you get, the way these medications work is you're going to start on the lowest dose. For tirzepatide, that's 2.5. For semaglutide, which is Ozempic Wegovy, that's 0.25. And you start at a starting dose because if you didn't, your body would rebel and you'd have a lot of side effects. Basically, they're going to ramp you up. Right. So you start, and typically for at least the first 4 weeks, you're going to be on that lowest dose. You may stay on it, depend on your side effects and your weight loss. But over the course of time, so when you see people saying I'm on 15 milligrams, it's not that they walked into their doctor and said, I want 15 milligrams right now. That's not the way it works.
That's what she's asking.
No, she is. There's a bunch of her questions in here. I know, because they've been chatting about it. It's not that they did that. It's that they have been on the medication for a length of time, and they have gradually titrated up to maintain efficacy of the medication and to get to a point, where they're losing appropriately. So this is why it's a prescription medication, though, and you have to talk to a doctor because it's a whole care plan, and it's not hard, but it's more complicated, and there's more to it than just taking an Advil or something.
Well, and I think the general feeling today is if a dose is working for you, i.e. you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week and your side effects are under control, stay on that dose. Like if you're losing weight on the dose, stay on the dose. There's no need for you to go up. It's not like you're going to lose weight any faster if you jump up through the doses. You're probably going to lose at about the same rate. You just want to have your body acclimate to each dose. And if you find your weight loss dropping off to 0, and your side effects, ask your doctor, and your side effects are controlled, that might be a time to move up in dose. It doesn't matter what dose you're on. I've seen people lose I think Lynn G lost 100 pounds on the 2.5, and then we've seen people lose nothing until they get up to 10 or 12 or 15. So it's really, it doesn't matter which dose works for you. You just, and some doctors want to push you up because maybe they don't understand these nuances and these things that other doctors have found by working with patients. So, but the general thought is if you move up too quickly, you can just increase your side effects. It might make you nauseous or vomiting or constipation, diarrhea. All those things can ratchet up if you go up too quickly.
Oh, my hybrid.
Is that the one you just did a video about?
No, I just did petrolinotide. So what do you know about lorilinotide? So lorilinotide, Lilly released data, some early data on it today. It's a GLP-1, so tirzepatide essentially, with an amylin, that the numbers were very good, and it was actually beating retatrutide in the early numbers.
Beating retatrutide?
It was. And
shut your mouth.
And what we learned from petrolintide is that amylin piece of it had the tolerability was very good.
Who makes the lorilinotide?
Eli Lilly.
Oh,
now,
of course.
So all of that's great, right? It's 3 or 4 years away. It's not happening anytime soon. We'll include it in the news this week, so stay tuned.
I'm out of water,
and we'll talk about that.
Must be time to go. I'm out of water. Yeah. So there's a lot of drugs in the pipeline. A lot of drugs. I know a lot of people have heard about retatrutide, the triple agonist. It's currently not legally for sale yet in the United States. Inspired to know, my doctor and her nurse completed the paperwork and sent my prescription to CVS. I received a text from CVS indicating that the multi-dose pen is ready for pickup for $5.55. Yeah, no.
Also,
that ain't the Bridge Program.
If you were trying to use the Bridge Program, that's an expensive cash price program.
That's not even what it is.
Yeah, that's like some kind of you must have insurance of some sort that's covering part of it. So if you're okay with that price, you go pick up your pen and you start your, based on your doctor's instructions, you start it. If you thought you were doing the Bridge Program and it was going to be $50, then you need to reach back out to your doctor, and your doctor's going to need to resubmit the prescription with the appropriate annotations on it.
Maybe something wasn't.
And basically the prescription has to have the obesity diagnosis code on it, which is E66 family. And it needs to say in all capital letters, send to Medicare GLP-1 Bridge for weight management. If you're okay with that price, then you pay the $5.51.
I wouldn't be okay with that price.
You look young, so maybe you're not old enough.
I can get cash pay for less than that. That's not a good price. Don't pay that. Don't pick that up. Go back and watch Christopher's latest Bridge Program video. He explains all the things he just said in slower and in more detail. Maine Coon woman, 14, saw my doctor today. Labs great, no longer pre-diabetic or anemic. Cholesterol and high blood pressure dramatically improved and have lost 60 pounds. Love tirzepatide. Another convert for Team Tirzepatide. Where's Mark Clem? That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for being a member of Club Downsized. Renee Scary. Just in this moment, I had a confirmation my doctor sent in my Bridge form. Yay. After my staff said I didn't qualify this morning, I kept after it with the info. Thanks, Christopher, again and again. Well, that's great. That's great. So, submit it. You never know. Maybe, talk to your doctor. If you're, on Medicare and have Part D. Got to have those things first. Rhonda Ross. I had my PCP send my Bridge Zepbound script to Lilly Direct because I'm afraid that after December of 2027, they would raise the price since I stopped giving my Zepbound through them. Nah.
They won't. They've already said that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fine to go through. Lilly Direct is pretty quick.
It's super easy. It just delivers to your door.
I don't have to go somewhere and fight with a pharmacist to get my medication. That's a win in my book.
MS Paisley says, I'm new with GLP-1s to the Bridge Program.
Yay.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Welcome. We have lots of videos to tell you all about GLP-1s if you have questions. Lori Tarsa. Good evening, Downsizers. I received a letter from CVS Caremark GIC Insurance. They are no longer covering GLP-1 for weight loss. My doctor put in yet another prior authorization for me. Uh,
That's specific to your insurance policy. So I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. There's cash pay options through Lilly Direct. There's compounded options. You can go through online telehealth, like I use Mochi Health. A lot of people have had that Caremark, not that particular issue, but insurance. Our insurance doesn't cover any obesity weight loss medications. We're just out of luck. When Beth Macbeth, my BMI is high though, and I do have sugar addiction, had cancer, struggled with weight my whole life. I'm 65. That's tough.
Sugar addiction is an interesting conversation, and because sugar is not technically an addictive thing. It's not an opiate.
Well, it's not like cocaine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not an opiate.
It can
so
be.
In my guess would be that you will do very well with these medications.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is your body is saying, feed me. And what it wants is sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And when that GLP-1 and the GIP go in there to your gut and your stomach, and it says, you're okay, you're safe, which is what these medications are doing. It's telling your body it no longer has to continue
to look for
food.
Yeah.
Then that thing that you're reading as
Is
sugar addiction, no, she's not. She's all this is all still exploratory questions. She's trying to figure it out, and good for you, Beth.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. No, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, if you can get the $50 GLP-1s through the Bridge Program, try it. I mean, you might find that sugar addiction, that craving, a lot of my cravings went away. My craving for a glass of wine every night, I didn't think about it anymore. So a lot of people, their online shopping addiction goes away, or their smoking stops, or, a lot of those addictive behaviors stop with this medication. So
can you explain this one?
Oh, let's see, Linda Lou, can you please explain the protein numbers on Smart Scale?
There's 313 of you out there and 301 likes. So 10 of you haven't hit like.
Protein. Let me pull that up. Because I think it has like a little, it's not like, I guess.
Linda Lou, I'll tell you, there's a lot of numbers on the Smart Scale that I cannot explain. I was looking at them the other day and I'm like, I don't know what
is the protein number.
What I would do is pick 2 or 3 things that matter to you. And honestly, pick 2 or 3 things that you can have an impact on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't actually do anything to change them, they're just random numbers. It doesn't matter.
I don't pay attention to this number because I'm focused on fat percent and lean mass. So I'm looking at the metrics. I don't even see a protein number. I think on my, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Is
Michelle Frank out here? She's an expert on a lot of these things too. And my old scale, I think there is a protein number: body fat, body water, skeletal muscle, BMR, fat-free body weight, visceral fat, muscle mass, bone mass, protein. I do have a number on here that's tracked. My number is 19.3, and it looks like it's gone up as I've lost weight. So maybe it was as low as 16 and now it's 19. I don't know. That's something I would maybe Google or ask ChatGPT. It's not something that I look at. Sorry. I really look at the water level, the muscle mass, the visceral fat, lean mass. Those are my main focuses. And now that I have the band, I'm looking at my sleep. I really wanted it to look at my sleep. And that's what I'm tracking.
Coop267 says, have you ever experimented with split dosing, like taking half your dose 2 times a week? It's helped me with fatigue and I'm still losing weight. We have not done that, but a lot of people have done that. And basically it does a couple of things. It'll level out your dose so you don't get quite the high spikes that you get. The problem is you also don't ever get the full dose.
Right. So you're basically on a lower dose.
You're basically giving
'cause
yourself a
you're
lower
splitting it.
dose, because if
That's
you're on
fine.
a 2.5 and it goes, or if you're
Yeah.
on 5, you split it to 2.5, you're never going to,
Yeah.
it'll build over the course of 4 weeks, but it never truly gets to the height. But if it works for you, I mean, that's great. A lot of people do it to slow side effects.
Some people take, and that is really only possible if you're on a compounded, or you have Lilly Direct vials, or you're able to count the clicks in your quick pen, which is, I'm not an expert on that. But if you're on the compounded, you could take, half your dose on Sunday, and then with another needle, take half your dose on Wednesday. And that just kind of evens it out for a lot of people.
Bowie says, have you started?
I'm not a doctor.
Haven't started yet, but how did you change your diet? I'm addicted to sugar.
Addicted to sugar.
So here's the thing.
It can be a gradual process.
I would strongly recommend both of you go talk to your doctor, and if these medications are appropriate, you start the medications, because it's hard to explain. So yes, if it's particularly with tirzepatide, with Zep Manjaro, yes, it slows down your eating and it will make you full faster, but it changes the way you think too. So eliminating the call of food to you, whether that be sugar or salt or whatever, for many people is life-changing. And that food noise, when it goes away, and the silence and the agency that comes from it, I can't explain to you, because until you experience it,
it's hard to explain.
It's hard, but I would try.
Some people don't change their diet, right? They start the shot. They don't change their diet. The shot just helps them now eat less. Okay. And you will lose weight if you're just eating less. Now, ideally, what you want to do is, once you're able to eat less and you're not craving sugar and Oreos and donuts from the bakery down the street all the time, maybe you start thinking about, okay, let me work some whole foods into my diet. Let me work in some Greek yogurt and eggs and chicken and salmon and fruits and vegetables. And let me think about what is really good what's really going to fuel my body. Because now I don't have crazy sugar driving me toward the pantry every 20 minutes. Now I can really think about, what should I be eating? Whole foods, fruits and vegetables. You want to get some fiber, right? So the medicine helps you narrow in and make those better for you choices that maybe you were unable to make pre-GLP-1.
And what I would tell you is, one of the side effects that happens for many people is it changes the way things taste. Mm-hmm. And honestly, fresh food tastes better to you. Now, for me, sweets became sweeter. I still like sweets. Yeah. I love M&Ms and Oreos. I haven't had but the challenge for me of those things is they become cold. So I can have a few bites of them and I'm like, oh, I love an M&M. I love an Oreo, whatever, a few bites. And then it almost is so sweet. It's puckery kind of, and I'm just done. And I can't really eat anymore.
Do you ever notice how a skinny person or a thin person will take a few bites of a dessert and say, oh, that's so rich, I couldn't possibly eat another bite. And you're like, girl, give it to me. I'm going to eat yours. I'm going to eat his. I'm going to eat all the rest of it. So when you're on a GLP-1 now, I don't have that urge to finish everyone's dessert. And I can honestly take a couple bites of something and be like, oh, all right, that's good. And that's enough. It's just, it hits your brain in a different way. And it's very hard to explain until you start feeling it. Terry Short says, for me, the medication took away my sugar urges. I used to eat sweets like there was no tomorrow. Now tomorrow's here and I don't eat them hardly at all. It's totally minimized my urge. Yeah. And so when you eat sugar pre-GLP-1, right, the sugar sends dopamine, your brain lights up. Woo, sugar, party in the USA. Yay, more. So you eat more and your brain goes more. And then you're in this, you're stuck in this loop, right, of your brain lighting up and you want to keep getting that high, that feeling. Well, now on a GLP-1, that sugar that you eat doesn't light up your brain like that.
Well, it does.
Anymore.
But what happens is, for most people, you're overreacting. Your body is exploding like fireworks. And you don't know that you are, but your body is exploding like fireworks for everything.
Yeah.
So your body still says, "Oh, it tastes good." It's
I
just
like it.
not.
It tastes good, but
it's
I don't
just
get
not
the
overreacting.
I don't get the more. I have a few bites and now it's like overly sweet and it doesn't do that anymore. Lori Tarsa, down 60 pounds from GLP-1s. I have 3 months in my fridge, but a little nervous if they don't approve my doctor's prior authorizations this time. What do you mean? What do you mean? Is this a bridge program question, or this is like you're just stockpiling because you're nervous about something? Insurance coverage can be tricky, right? So it's good to have like some supply in your fridge. Follow up with your doctor. Oh, I can tell you really.
Marielle says, did your bodies decide when to stop losing weight? Is that when you went into maintenance?
Kind of.
So for some people that does happen, but not
Yeah.
for all people.
Yeah.
Some people have to, I just made the decision. I could still lose weight. That's not a big deal. But it was a conscious choice of, okay, 185 pounds is a good center weight for me. I'm going to start eating more calories. It wasn't, but for some people, the medication, your body gets to a point that says, okay, I'm good here.
I've seen both ways. I've seen people get to a weight and they just stop losing weight. I have also seen people lose too much weight. I've also seen people that get very thin, and that's definitely concerning. You definitely want to work with your doctor and figure out what your goal weight range should be. I think it's easy. It's a very tempting, if you've always been heavy, to now you're finally not heavy anymore, and now you can have some agency and some control over your weight. So for some people it can be a slippery slope. So make sure you're working with your doctor on that, on when to stop. When I got to 138, I wanted to be, I think my original Weight Watchers goal was 156. And then I got to 150, 145, 138. I said, I think I'm done. And then now at 145, I'm 5'5". I just kind of leveled out there. And now my body, like, if I wanted to force myself down to 140, I don't even know I could do it if I could do it without drastically cutting my calories and really like making it painful on myself. You know what I mean? I've kind of like leveled out now at this point.
All right, what time is it? We have been doing this for 2 hours and 6 minutes, so we're going to be about done here.
Guys, hit the like button. A lot of you have hit the like button. Thank you so much. I hope you have also subscribed to the Downsized. We're here. Shanitha, one of our longtime viewers, said, I really appreciate that y'all haven't lost your weight, hit maintenance, and gone away. Right? I guess you've seen some other people around the internet that do that. So no, we're here to stay. We have made this our full-time job. We make videos every day. So hang out with us. Come with us as we, learn about new medications. We'll tell you about the Bridge Program. We'll tell you about what's coming. We tell you what we think. We tell you what other people think on the Downsized dish. So we've really got a lot going on at the moment. Not to mention Taylor and Travis's wedding, to which we were not invited. Bummer.
Let me give.
I've also been watching House of the Dragon. Bring the usurper to me.
Stop. Susan hit Wonderland. Say congratulations, Susan.
Congratulations, Susan. Woo woo. Bring all those usurpers to me. Bring them all in. Bring them all in here to the Downsized. We'll tell them what's what. Do y'all watch House of the Dragon?
All right.
It was a good one this week. It was a good one.
I was looking to see if there were any deeply present. If you'd like to leave a question to be answered, if you want to go to our Sunday video, which is called Ask the Downsized, you can leave a question underneath that video, and we answer questions in a dedicated show every week on that. So usually 10 to 15 questions. You can leave a question if we didn't get to yours today, and maybe we'll answer your question. In the meantime, we'll be back next Wednesday to do this again.
Oh, the live?
Yep.
Yeah. Tomorrow, if you're a member of Club Downsized, you can join us at 6 p.m. tomorrow. It's a live for club members only. And are you posting any videos tomorrow? What's
There's
tomorrow?
videos every day.
Is it a downsized dish day tomorrow?
It's Downsized Dish Day tomorrow.
Downsized dish day. Who's on the downsized dish tomorrow?
I do not remember.
It's hard to get good help these days, y'all. All right. It's just us. It's in JoJo and occasionally
And if I could teach
comments
JoJo
from
how
the
to
audience.
edit, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
She hasn't figured out how to use a mouse though. She likes
Those opposable thumbs
Yeah,
that are
that's the
slowing
problem.
her down. Yeah.
All right, that's
Okay.
it. That's it for
Thanks
us
for
this
watching,
week.
y'all.
We appreciate you joining us on.
If you're
This
going
Wednesday
on the
night.
bridge, hang in there. You're doing it. It's you're doing the things. Just stay patient. It's day one. So if you're not eligible for bridge, hang with us anyway. We're not on the bridge program. I'm on compounded. I'll tell you how it is. Okay.
All right. Thank you. My name is Christopher Durham,
I'm Lorraine Durham.
and we are the Downsized.